What's up, Commanders Nation? If you're hyped about Washington going all in for a Super Bowl push, hit that like button, subscribe to Commanders HQ, and let's dive into a blockbuster trade rumor that's got the entire NFL buzzing. Could the Washington Commanders actually land TJ Watt from the Pittsburgh Steelers? Yeah, you heard that right. CBS Sports' Cody Benjamin just lit the match on a firestorm of speculation, suggesting that the Commanders are an ideal trade destination for TJ Watt if the Steelers decide to make him available. Why? Simple. As Benjamin put it, this is a franchise focused on winning now. And he's 100% right. Adam Peters has made it clear this offseason. Washington isn't just building for the future with Jaden Daniels. They're pushing chips to the center of the table in 2025. And while the offense is loaded with playmakers like Deebo Samuel, Terry McLaurin, and Austin Eckler, there's still a void on the defensive side of the ball. Enter TJ Watt. Let's talk fit, because yes, the Commanders are now a 4-3 defense under Dan Quinn. But if there's one coach in the NFL who knows how to weaponize elite edge talent, it's Quinn. He unleashed Micah Parsons in Dallas. Imagine what he could do with Watt, who has experience rushing with his hand in the dirt and dropping into coverage. This wouldn't be a square peg in a round hole. Quinn would absolutely maximize Watt's game-wrecking ability off the edge. And let's not forget, Watt is still just 30 years old and coming off another Pro Bowl season with 11.5 sacks. He's one of the most feared defenders in the game. And if the Commanders want to seriously talk Super Bowl in 2025, they need a tone setter like him on defense. What makes this move even more appealing is timing. Jaden Daniels is on a rookie contract. That gives Washington financial flexibility to go big elsewhere. And, as Cody Benjamin pointed out, the Commanders have plenty of cap space in 2026 and 2027 to accommodate a massive extension for Watt. It's the same formula that teams like the Eagles and Chiefs have used to perfection. Invest in blue-chip veterans while your quarterback is still cheap. This is how you go from contender to champion. Let's keep it real. This defense has questions. We all saw what happened in the NFC Championship loss to the Eagles. They couldn't get off the field. Saquon Barkley ran wild. Jalen Hurts had clean pockets, and it exposed the one glaring weakness of this roster: pass rush. Yes, the Commanders brought in beef, Javon Kinlaw, Dietrich Wise Jr. They even drafted corner Trey Amos and signed Marshawn Lattimore. But as Ben Standing from The Athletic said, there are scant, scary pass rushers. And that's the truth. Losing Dante Fowler Jr. to Dallas only magnified that issue. There's no edge rusher right now that keeps opposing offensive coordinators up at night. TJ Watt changes that instantly. There's another layer here. Watt isn't a contract dispute with the Steelers, just like Terry McLaurin is with the Commanders. Both players are critical to their respective teams. But while Pittsburgh hesitates to give Watt a new $40 million a year deal, Washington might be in a better position to say, let's pay the man and win now. And guess what? That contract wouldn't even kick in until 2026. That gives Peters the perfect window to balance extensions for Watt and McLaurin, both game changers, both culture leaders. When the Commanders signed Bobby Wagner last offseason, there were doubts. He was 33, some called it a depth move, a mentor signing. But Wagner, as always, let his play and leadership do the talking. In his 13th NFL season, he not only made another Pro Bowl, but helped lead Washington to a 12-5 season and a stunning NFC Championship appearance. According to Eric Edholm of NFL.com, Wagner might just be the best value linebacker draft pick in the last 25 years. And how can you argue? 9-time Pro Bowler, 6-time first-team All-Pro, 3-time second-team All-Pro, member of the 2010s All-Decade team, over 1,500 career tackles. This man has been nothing but elite since the moment he entered the league as a second-round pick out of Utah State back in 2012. What Bobby Wagner brings to the Commanders is bigger than numbers. It's culture. It's accountability. It's what Dan Quinn and Adam Peters have worked tirelessly to establish, and Wagner embodies all of it. Dan Quinn has long admired Wagner. They crossed paths in NFC West battles for years. Now, as head coach in D.C., Quinn has the kind of on-field general that defensive coordinators dream about. Bobby doesn't just make plays. He orchestrates the defense. He studies tape like a coach. He lifts younger players like Jamin Davis and Frankie Louvu, and most importantly, he wins. And let's not forget, Wagner led the NFL in tackles just 2 years ago. This isn't a fading star, this is a machine. As we gear up for training camp on July 22, the Commanders find themselves in rare air, being taken seriously as Super Bowl contenders. Jayden Daniels has electrified the franchise, Deebo Samuel and Terry McLaurin headline a stacked receiver room, Laramie Tunsil solidifies the line, Marshawn Lattimore joins the secondary, but as Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated points out, the glue holding this all together might just be the man in the middle, Bobby Wagner. Wagner is the stabilizer. In the chaos of playoff football, when momentum shifts and the pressure hits, you need someone who's been there, someone who's won, someone who's played in 2 Super Bowls and knows what it takes to climb that mountain. The Commanders' future is built on Jayden Daniels, but the heartbeat of this team might just be number 54. So let's not overlook what makes this moment so rare for the Commanders. A franchise with a long history of chaos and underachievement is finally stable, united, focused, and Bobby Wagner is at the center of it. While other contenders scramble with youth, contract drama, or shallow depth, Washington enters the season with maturity, structure, and an elite football mind leading the huddle. Wagner isn't making headlines the way a TJ Watt trade would, but his presence might have more impact than any headline-grabbing move. He brings postseason calm, pre-snap excellence, and a locker room presence that's impossible to replace. You want a real advantage in a Super Bowl chase? It's not always talent. It's leadership in pressure moments, and Washington has that, thanks to Bobby Wagner. So now it's time for you to sound off, Commanders HQ family. Should Washington go all in and trade for TJ Watt, even if it means giving up a 2026 first-round pick? Is Watt the missing piece for Dan Quinn's defense? And if you had to choose, extend McLaurin now or make room for Watt and wait? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for daily Commanders news, and stay locked in as we approach training camp. One thing's for sure, if TJ Watt lands in DC, the entire NFL will take notice. This is Commanders HQ, where burgundy and gold never sleeps. Let's go.